Lipsky picking up the first foul of the game. Branson's going to check out. Xavier Carpenter will check in. So that's Holmes driving to the basket. His off-balance runner, no good. Rebound grabbed by CR. Norton with the rebound. And now CR is going to take a timeout.
It looks like a shot clock needs to be adjusted.
So it's actually an official's timeout. The officials working the second game of our doubleheader, a local crew, Wallen Treherne, Alan Mendes, and Jamie Henry. If you are just joining us, earlier today in the first game of our doubleheader, it was Butte 80, College of the Redwoods 64. Brinson on top, pressured by Carter. Gives it to Norton. He's going to drive to the basket. Norton now in traffic, will pick up his dribble. Scoop to the hoop. His shot no good. Rebound Howard. Outlet Holmes. Holmes across the timeline. Being guarded by Carpenter on top to Howard. Pressured by Norton. Now they're going to give it up to Moore. Now to Carter. Butte very methodical offensively. They really like to run a lot of sets with their half-court offense. Carter looks inside, and shooting the baseline jumper and hitting it for Butte is Stidham. So Stidham with the basket. Butte 6, Redwoods 2. Just inside of 16 minutes left in the first half, and now we're going to have a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Stidham called for the hold.
Trying to muscle Lipsky out of the post there. Got caught for a little push. Lipsky comes out. Tollner in.
Number 12, Chris Jackson in the game for CR. He's going to shoot a baseline jumper and hit it. So Jackson, 6'3", 190, a freshman, averaging 4.6 points and 2.8 rebounds per game. Gets his first field goal, and the Corsairs within 2, 6-4. It's Tyler Trogi now in the game. He's going to give it to Carter. So Butte has the ball and a 2-point advantage. Carter going to give it to Moore in the right corner, back to Carter. To Trogi to Holmes. Holmes working on Branson. Now he's going to penetrate, has it knocked away, ball loose, picked up by CR. Breakout for CR, Brinson dribble drive the basket, lay it up and in. So the Corsairs with the steal and the transition basket by Brinson, and we're tied at 6. It's Carter on the right wing, pressured by Carpenter. On top to Trogi, guarded by Norton. Now they're going to give it up to Moore. Being guarded by Tollner. He'll drive on Tollner. His runner no good. Offensive rebound by Atkins, and he'll lay it up and in.
Good job by Atkins. Kept the ball high and just put it right back up.
6'5", 230, a sophomore, averaging 8.4 points and 5.4 rebounds per game. Norton down low. Going to try to back in on Trogi to Jackson. He's open for a 3-ball that's off the back iron, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Holmes. They push it quickly up the floor inside. They're going to get the ball to Moore, and he's going to be fouled by Jackson.
Jackson's coming in off the bench, contributing on offense, getting involved on the defense.
So Moore will shoot 2. Jackson picking up his first foul, second team foul.
Free throw is good by Moore. Sam Osofsky into the game for CR. Moore goes to the free throw line for the second free throw. It's on the way, and it is good.
So Moore makes both free throws. Butte as a team shooting only 60.2% at the free throw line. Meanwhile, the Corsairs shooting 67.3%. Both teams going to their bench. We'll set the lineups for you here momentarily. There's Carpenter up the floor to Norton. So it's Carpenter, Norton, Branson, Jackson, and Osofsky. They get it inside to Branson, who's going to be fouled from behind by Nate Newport, who's checked in. Butte right now going with Nate Newport, Anthony Carter, Rashad Wooten, Tyler Troge, and Adam Atkins. There's a shot from the corner by Norton that's no good. Carpenter does a good job keeping the ball in play as he saves it, and it's going to be grabbed by Wooten. They quickly come the other way, and shooting the three-pointer and hitting the three-pointer is Troge. Our first three-point field goal of the game gives Butte a 7-point lead, 13-6. Butte has scored 7 points in a row. Osofsky at the other end
ends that run with a nice three-pointer of his own.
Osofsky, who played at College of the Siskiyous last year, College of the Sequoias last year, comes off the bench and hits a three-pointer to make it a 4-point game. Wooten's going to go baseline. They're going to kick it on top to Carter for a three that's off the front iron, no good. Rebound tapped around, and it's grabbed by Troge. Going to give it to Wooten. Now to Newport. Newport tries to get it to Carter, and it goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by Carter. Nice defense by Carpenter, forcing Butte into a turnover. As Matt Lipsky will check back in. Lipsky replacing Norton. Corsairs playing their first game in 2 weeks. They last played 2 weeks ago on Saturday against Shasta, losing to Shasta 56-54. There's Carpenter with a three-pointer that's good. So a couple of three-pointers by Osofsky and Carpenter, and the Corsairs now have scored 6 straight points to make it a 2-point game, 13-11. Now we're going to have a whistle and a foul, and it will be against CR as Newport drives to the basket.
Jackson's going to be called for the foul. It's going to be his second.
Third team foul against CR. Butte with 2 team fouls. 13-11. Butte with the ball and a 2-point advantage. 12 and a half minutes left in the first half. Nice block inside, but then we're going to have contact. Looked like Lipsky might have made the block, but in the process of that happening, it looked like Carpenter might have made contact with Carter, who's going to go to the free throw line.
Comes in shooting it at 83% in all games. 80% in league play. 20 for 25. Hits the first free throw.
Foul was on Carpenter, his first, 4th team foul.
Good that Lipsky didn't get his second in the early going. Carter to shoot his second free throw. It's good.
Carter now with 4 points, 15-11. Roadrunners with a 4-point lead. Roadrunners now applying three-quarter court pressure. Corsairs handle the pressure. Branson now with the ball to Carpenter. Carpenter to Brinson. They look inside to Lipsky, and it's going to be knocked away from behind and stolen. Nice defensive play by Atkins. And then at the other end, Wooten's going to drive to the basket and lay it up and in.
Nice job with body control around the basket. Got on the other side and put it up on the glass. Got it in.
Russ Critchfield in his 12th year as the head coach at Butte. Graduated from Cal in 1968. As the ball's knocked out of bounds, as Osofsky's knocked to the ground by Wooten. After the whistle. So Wooten knocking him down. He's going to pick up the foul. 17-11. Carpenter will inbound to the right of the CR basket. Gets it inside to Brinson, who is going to be grabbed by Newport. Corsairs right now going with Carpenter, Brinson, Branson, Osofsky, and Lipsky in the middle. 17-11. Daniel Bradshaw will check in. On the right wing with the basketball is Brinson. being guarded by Bradshaw to Branson. To Carpenter, inside to Lipsky. Now to Osofsky. He'll pull up, baseline runner good.
Instant offense off the bench for Osofsky.
He averages 5.6 points per game. A couple of quick baskets, he has 5. And now we've got a turnover. Turnover by Butte, steal by CR. Carpenter, dribble drive to the basket, his shot no good. Rebound grab by Bradshaw. 17-13. Butte with the ball and a 4-point lead. 11-10 left in the first half. In the right corner with the ball, that is Wooten. Guarded by Osofsky. Goes by Osofsky. Goes baseline. Kicks it on top to Holmes, who travels.
Turnover for Butte.
Norton and Tollner will check back in. Osofsky checks out. And so does Carpenter. Brinson will get it up the floor as he is being pressured by Bradshaw. Now to Lipsky on top. Lipsky's going to have it knocked away, but then he picks up the loose ball and gives it to Brinson. He's open. He'll shoot a three-pointer. It's well off the mark. Long rebound grab by Tollner. Now on top to Norton. Look inside to Branson. Baseline jumper off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Lipsky. His follow is no good. And the rebound's grabbed by Wooten. Outlet to Holmes. CR gets back on defense. Butte with the ball. They lead by 4, 17-13. It's Trogi with the ball. He loses the handle. Now it's going to be picked up by Atkins, and his shot will bounce around and drop.
Friendly roll there.
Have a nice shooter's bounce. 19-13 as we approach the midway point of the first half. Second game of our Golden Valley Conference doubleheader between the Butte College Roadrunners and the College of the Redwoods Corsairs. Inside to Lipsky. He loses the handle, picks it up, and then will draw the foul. So Lipsky will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul is on Atkins. His first, 15 foul.
First free throw is no good by Lipsky. Lipsky just shoots it at about 56%. He was shooting, so he gets 2 free throws. Second one on its way. It's long, no good.
Long rebound is going to be saved by Tollner. Tollner doing a nice job. Now to Branson in the right corner. Inside to Lipsky. He'll lay it up. This time he gets it to go, and he draws the foul.
Good job of using his bulk. Lipsky that time just kind of muscled his way to the hoop, got it to go, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
Good opportunity for us to say hello to Matt's dad, Tom Lipsky, who hopefully is enjoying today's broadcast on the internet up in the Ashland area. Had a chance to say hello to Tom's wife, Cheryl, Matt's mom, between games.
Lipsky shoots the free throw, and it's good.
So Lipsky converts the old-fashioned three-point play. He'll check out. Osofsky checks in. Corsairs now will apply some pressure. They're down by 3, 19-16. Holmes going to walk it up the floor, lob it to Carter. Carter now double-team, gives it back to Holmes. Corsairs playing man-to-man defense. They now try to find their man. On the left wing with the basketball, that is Howard. Howard now in the left corner gives it to Holmes. Dribble drive to the basket. His off-balance runner no good. Offensive rebound Howard. And we've got a whistle to foul. It will be against CR. Kind of a chess match with the two teams, their styles of play, and the two coaches.
That's true. Osofsky gets the foul that time.
His first 15 foul. Butte with 6 team fouls. Wooten's going to check out. Pulling up and shooting the baseline jumper as Carter. It is no good. And the rebound's going to be grabbed by Tollner. 19-16. Just a little more than 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Corsairs trail by 3. Norton gives it to Tollner on the right wing. On top to Osofsky. Now they give it to Brinskin. Back to Osofsky for a three-pointer that will tie it. It's off the front iron, no good. Rebound Norton. Tollner will try a three that's no good. And the rebound is going to be grabbed by number 55, Herman Hodnett. Hodnett, 6'9", 325. But there was a foul inside. There's going to be a push against Butte. So Osofsky will go to the line in a bonus situation after the foul was called on Moore.
Xavier Carpenter into the game. Osofsky to the free throw line. Free throw is good. Osofsky about 85% on the season. Makes the first one. Brings them CR within 2. 19-17. Osofsky gets another free throw. It's on its way and it's good.
So Osofsky makes both free throws and it's a one-point game. 19-18, 8:40 left in the first half. Carter on the right wing. Going to give it up to Moore, now to Holmes. Corsairs continue to play man-to-man defense. Carter gets it inside to the big fella, and he's going to draw the foul. So that's a real matchup problem for CR with Herman Hodnett, 6'9", 325, being guarded by Sam Osofsky, 6'5", 190. So he's giving away 135 pounds as Hodnett will go to the line to shoot 2.
Hodnett comes in shooting 2 for 14 for 143 is his percentage as he misses the first one. Just a one-point game, CR trailing. Hodnett with the second free throw. It's good.
So Hodnett makes 1 and 2. He's going to check out. Stidham's going to check in. What do you think the chances are that Hodnett's a member of the football program at Butte? Butte, one of the best junior college football programs, not only in California, but in the country. We'll try to do some research at halftime. So that's Norton with the ball on top to Brinson. 20-18, approaching the 8-minute mark in the first half. Corsairs have the ball. They're down by 2. There's a three-pointer by Tollner that's off the back iron. No good. Rebound Brinson. Brinson will set things up. Both teams playing mostly man-to-man defense. Brinson on the right wing, pressured by Holmes. On top to Carpenter. Carpenter guarded by Carter. High post to Osofsky. Osofsky guarded by Moore. We're going to have a whistle to traveling call against Osofsky. So Butte gets the ball back. 7:44 left in the first half. Roadrunners 20, Corsairs 18.
Coach Mendoza not happy with his team. They didn't know where they were supposed to be on offensive set. Get in your spots.
Holmes to Howard. Now Holmes will set things up. High post to Howard. Right side to Carter. Carter trying to back in on Tollner. His pass is going to be deflected and knocked out of bounds. It was last touched by CR. Branson and Lipsky will check back in. Osofsky and Brinson check out. 20-18. 7:25 remaining here in the first half. Holmes now with the ball, being pressured by Branson. Tries to step around a pick, will drive to the basket. They get it inside. And now they're going to make a pass and missing the shot, getting his own rebound and laying it up. Can't get it in to go again as Moore. And it's going to go out of bounds, and it will still belong to Butte.
John Moore had 2 shots from right there, but he was intimidated by Lipsky, was standing right there getting ready to bat that ball away. Out of bounds to Butte, though.
So Moore will inbound for Butte. Going to get it to Holmes. He's open. 15-footer off the back iron. No good. Rebound grab by Branson. Branson up the floor. Gives it to Tollner, who will give it back to Norton. They get it inside to Lipsky, and he loses the handle as it bounces off of his knee and out of bounds, so a turnover by CR.
Maybe not the best entry pass. You got to get that up where the big man can get it down around his ankles. Is not the best situation.
A lot of people try to stay away from that type of pass, but Lipsky does, for the most part, have pretty good hands. 20-18. Butte has the ball in a 2-point advantage with 6.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Holmes loses the handle. He's now double teamed. Going to give it to Howard, who will give it back to Holmes. Holmes gives it to Howard. He's going to try to go baseline, and we've got a whistle. And I think we're going to have a foul against CR.
So I guess it's going to be against Tolner.
That's number 1 on Tolner. 7th team foul. And that will send Howard to the free throw line in a bonus situation.
Comes in shooting it just at 33%. 1-and-1 way off. Doesn't even hit the rim. Oh, boy.
We talked about the fact that the Carter's a very good free throw shooter. He's shooting over 80%, but as a team, they're shooting just barely over 60%. And we can see why after watching guys like Howard and Hodneck go to the free throw line.
That was out of bounds to CR because he didn't touch the rim on the
Exactly.
shot.
So CR basketball. Branson up the floor to Osofsky. Moore guarding him. Now on top to Carpenter. X will set things up. Going to give it up to Osofsky in the left corner. His pass inside intended for Jackson, but it's stolen by Butte. Howard to Holmes to Carter. Carter looks over the defense as he now is being guarded by Branson. On the right wing to Moore. Now back to Carter. Now Moore inside, works on Osofsky and lays it up and in.
Good move that time. Gave him a little head fake. Got him off his feet. Dipped under for the basket. 4-point lead for Butte.
Moore with 4 and the runners lead by 4. Osofsky to Carpenter to Jackson. Looking inside for Lipsky. Now to Branson, the Lipsky who's going to be fouled from behind by Stidham. Both teams now over the limit. And Lipsky will go to the free throw line.
Lipsky's going to be shooting a 1-and-1. Comes in shooting it at 56%.
Lipsky 1 for 3 at the line today. He has 5 points.
This is a 1-and-1 situation. Nice long off the back rim. Rebound to Butte.
Holmes doing a nice job grabbing that rebound as he's being pressured, and he's going to get it across the timeline to Carter. He's open 10-footer off the back iron, no good rebound. Carpenter, he has it taken away, grabbed by Howard, and he'll lay it up and in.
Bad break for CR there.
Howard with his first basket of the game gives Butte a 6-point lead, 24-18. As we are inside of 5 minutes. Down low to Lipsky. Kick it to Branson in the right corner. Back to Lipsky. Lipsky now will put it on the floor, and he is bumped as he falls to the ground.
Big man moved away from the basket a little bit, about 15 foot. Had a nice move. First step, got by his defender, and he was fouled on the way to the basket. So he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Blocking foul by Atkins. His second, 9th team, and Lipsky will go back to the line. Lipsky only 1 for 4 at the charity stripe this afternoon.
If you're going to get to the free throw line, you need to make them count. It's a big part of the game, so you want to get those easy points when you can. Wiping up a little perspiration on the floor. Now we're set to go. Lipsky at the free throw line. .450 to go here in the first half. Free throw is good. Cuts the deficit to 5. Redwoods behind 24-19. Lipsky earns the bonus. Second free throw is also good. Nice crowd on hand this afternoon.
Lipsky now 3 for 6 at the free throw line, has 7 points. 24-20. Butte with the ball at a 2-point lead. CR kind of turning up the pressure. In the right corner with the ball, that's Carter. They get it inside. Pass to Atkins, back to Carter. His jumper no good. The rebound's grabbed by Litsky. Now Branson on the right wing. On top to Carpenter to Jackson. Jackson gives it back to Carpenter. To Branson, he's open. He'll shoot a three-pointer and hit it.
Hit it. Good job of swinging the ball on offense. CR going to apply a little pressure, three-quarter court.
Branson, who averages 7 points per game, gets his first basket, a three-point field goal, and the Corsairs are within one, 24-23. Just inside of 4 minutes left in the first half. Holmes drives on Carpenter. His shot no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul. Holmes knocked to the ground. He will go to the line to shoot two. Carpenter picking up his second, 8th team foul, and Holmes will shoot two.
Holmes comes in shooting at 69%, misses the first one. 60% on the season from the free throw line for Butte. 62% in league play, so they're about it. They're not very good, is what I'd say. Second free throw now. Also no good. Long rebound to Lipsky.
So Lipsky grabs the rebound, and the Corsairs with an opportunity to take the lead. Brinson across the timeline. Will pull it out, set things up. Brinson on the right wing to Branson. Branson guarded by Trogi, now to Jackson. He'll shoot a three-pointer and hit it.
CR's getting some good production out of their bench players. Osofsky, Jackson, Carpenter.
They have combined to score 15 points. 15 of the Corsairs, 26. That's Trogi in the right corner. He goes baseline on Branson, almost throws it away. Picked up by Carter. He'll lay it up, can't get it to go. Ball still around, and it's tipped by Lipsky to Branson. Now to Carpenter. Corsairs have the ball at a 2-point advantage, 26-24. Lipsky to Jackson on the left wing. High post pass to Lipsky. Now to Brinson. Working on Carter. Gets a pick from Lipsky. Now to Branson for a three-pointer that's off the front iron. No good. Rebound Holmes. Almost stolen in the backcourt. Ball loose. Knocked on the floor. Picked up by Brinson, who's going to call a timeout. And Russ Critchfield not real happy with a couple of things. Number one, his team and the fact that they didn't take care of the basketball. And number two, that CR was able to get a timeout. We will keep it right here with 2:40 remaining in the first half. Corsairs have the ball at a 2-point advantage, 26-24.
It was a good job by Brimson that time. I'm not a big fan of calling a timeout all the time, but at that time and at this point in the game with 2:40 to go before half, this is a big momentum swing. You got the lead now, plus you just took a steal, a turnover away from them. So if you can cash this in, stretch that lead out, it's a perfect timing for College of the Redwoods.
I kind of tend to agree with you. I'm not a big fan of players being allowed to call that timeout because the possession, kind of borderline at best as far as kind of being bailed out. Coaches, sometimes you see them trying to call a timeout when they sense one of their players is in trouble. But the Corsairs, by calling that timeout, they're able to save the possession.
I think they've kind of gone away with the one where you're jumping in the air and you're going out of bounds. I'm not sure you can call a timeout in that situation anymore. But on the floor here, where you're kind of got the ball, that's a good timeout that time.
Andrew Matashok did that on Thursday night up at Hoopah, so I still see it from time to time at the high school level. But I think they don't allow you to do that, and I'm not sure whether it's at the major college level or at the junior college level. We'll have to talk to the officials about that. But I know at some point in time they did away with that, and players aren't allowed to call timeout when they're in the air.
Flying out of bounds, right?
26-24. In the right wing with the ball, in the right corner with the ball is Tolner. Now on top to Jackson, to Brinson. Now back to Tolner, kicks it to Branson. He's open, he gets a good look from three-point land. His shot no good. Long rebound's going to grab by Brinson, but we're going to have a whistle and a foul.
It's like Tolner's going to be going to the free throw line.
CR right now going with Jackson, Brinson, Branson, Tolner, and Lipsky. Jackson's going to check out. Norton will check in. Double bonus situation, and Tollner will shoot a pair.
Tollner comes in shooting it at 62%.
Atkins just picked up his third.
First guy in real foul trouble right there with his third foul. First free throw is long off the back iron for Tollner. Double bonus, 10 fouls against Butte, so CR shoots 2. Second free throw, no good either.
CR now just 5 for 10 at the free throw line after those 2 misses by Tollner. 26-24. Corsairs lead by 2. Roadrunners with the basketball. That's Moore on top. Moore being guarded by Tollner. Gives it to Holmes, being pressured by Branson. Holmes drives on Branson, will kick it to Trogi for a three-pointer. That is no good, and the rebound's grabbed by Brinson. So the Corsairs have the ball in a 2-point lead. 26-24. Lipsky down low to Norton. Dribble drive to the basket. Oh. He runs into the big guy.
320 doesn't move.
And now we're going to have a whistle on the block on the back as Brinson is called for the foul on Carter. But Hodnett holding his ground, and I want to say it was Tollner ran into him, and he went down in the heap.
Norton, he's the one rubbing the side of his face. He's the kind of guy in there. Yeah, 32.
It was Norton.
Yeah.
Quite a collision, though.
Anthony Carter to the free throw line. Comes in shooting it at 83%. 1-1. First one, no good. Rebound to Lipsky.
So Carter, one of the best foul shooters, like Lou said, shooting over 80%, misses the front end. So 26-24. Brinson's going to drive to the basket. His off-balance runner is no good. He's got a lot of contact inside, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Carter picking up the foul.
Carter landed right on top of Brimson.
So Brinson will shoot 2. Let's reset things. 1:20 remaining in the first half. College of the Redwoods Corsairs 26. The Butte College Roadrunners 24.
Brimson's first free throw is good. Stretches the lead out to 3 points. 27-24, a minute 20 to go.
Wooten will check in for Trogi.
Second free throw is also good by Brimson.
Brinson now with 4 is Russ Critchfield talking things over with Jamie Henry and talking about the importance that it should work both ways. Steal by Brinson inside to Branson. He'll drive to the basket, can't get it to go, but he draws the foul.
Right now, if you're College of Redwoods, you like what's going on. They're just attacking the basket, but the Achilles heel is they're not shooting a very good percentage at the free throw line as Branson goes to the free throw line.
But they're forcing some turnovers, so the Corsairs doing some positive things right now.
First free throw by Branson is no good. He comes in shooting it at about 74%, 20 for 27. Second free throw is good. A little jostling at the free throw line. Pushed Norton out of the way. Had not. Could be called for.
Branson makes the second free throw. Alan Mendes, Jamie Henry, Roland Treherne. Now there's some confusion with the officials.
The free throw was good.
Right, by Branson.
The second one. I think there was a foul at the line with Hodnett kind of shoving.
See, there's still some confusion with Jamie Henry and Alan Mendes and Roland Treherne.
It was going to be a lane violation. If he hadn't made it, they'd get to shoot it again, but since he made it.
Right. So the lane violation waved off because Branson did make the second free throw. 29-24. CR leads by 5 with less than a minute remaining in the first half. That is Wooten being pressured by Brinson. Now they're going to give it to Holmes. Holmes double teamed, is going to be fouled with 42.7 seconds left in the half and 7 seconds on the shot clock, and Holmes will go to the free throw line.
That's the bad part of that. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. CR had been playing great defense, and then they bailed out Butte by getting the foul. And free throw is no good, but it's a double bonus. Holmes at the free throw line. Holmes comes in shooting at 69%. Missed that first one. Second one is long also.
Rebound's going to go out of bounds, and the officials now kind of looking at one another.
It's off CR.
Going to say it was last touch by Lipsky. 29-24, 41.2 seconds left in the first half. Roadrunners basketball. They will inbound to the right of their own basket. That is Wooten. Gets it inside to Moore. Now on top to Carter. Corsairs playing man-to-man defense. There's about a 5-second differential as now they get it inside to the big guy. Hodnett misses the shot, then has his second shot attempt blocked. And the loose ball is picked up by CR.
Time for one final shot here, possibly for CR.
Shot clock not a factor. 15 seconds left on the game clock. Shot clock actually turned off. On top with the ball, that is Brinson. We're down to 7. He's going to try to work around a pick. Gives it to Branson. Branson now in traffic will put it up and shoot and score over Hodnett as the horn sounds, ending the first half. So Branson, with a basket in the waning seconds of the first half, gives CR a 7-point lead at halftime, 31-24. Please stay with us, because coming up on the halftime show, we will recap the first half. We'll look at some first half numbers, and we'll also take a look at the scoreboard. Once again, our halftime score: the College of the Redwoods Corsairs 31, the Butte College Roadrunners 24, and we'll be back with the halftime show right after this. Welcome to the halftime show. Tag Watherspoon along with Lou Rovai and John Anderson. Our score at halftime: College of the Redwoods 31 and Butte College 24. And the Corsairs really kind of taking control of the first half of this game and the final 2 or 3 minutes of the half.
They did. I thought that their game plan was pretty good. They were really attacking the basket, getting some good looks. And they got some good production off the bench with Carpenter, Osofsky, and Jackson coming in and scoring right away and contributing. And then on defense, they've kind of kept Butte away from the basket. I think Lipsky and the other guys underneath have kind of let Butte just play the perimeter and not get anything inside. And right now, CR with a 7-point advantage.
Corsairs with very balanced scoring in the first half. 6 players in the scoring column as they are led by freshman Matt Lipsky and sophomore Sam Osofsky. They both scored 7 points in the first half. Jeremiah Branson, without late basket, finishes with 6 first half points. Chris Jackson came off the bench to score 5. Dom Brinson finished with 4. And rounding out the scoring, Xavier Carpenter with 3. Playing but not scoring, David Norton and Travis Tollner, who both started for the Corsairs. They did not score in the first half. CR 6 players in the scoring column, led by Lipsky and Osofsky with 7. The Corsairs with 4 3-point field goals, 1 each by Branson, Carpenter, Jackson, and Osofsky. For the visiting Roadrunners in the first half, 9 players in the scoring column, and at halftime, they are led by Carter, Moore, and Atkins with 4. Troji finished with 3. Holmes, along with Stidham, Wooten, and Howard scored 2. Hodnett scored 1. Newport, Bradshaw played but did not score. So 9 players in the scoring column, but nobody really stepping up. CR doing a nice job on Carter, who averages nearly 16 points per game. He was held to 4 first half points. So Anthony Carter, Sean Moore, and Adam Atkins, the leading scorers for Butte, they each scored 4. Butte with only 1 3-point field goal, and that was from Trokji. So let's look at some other numbers from the first half as far as some other first half statistics.
For the visiting Butte Roadrunners, I unofficially had them with 7 turnovers, and I credited them with 13 rebounds as a team, and they were led by Rex Holmes with 4 rebounds and Sean Moore with 3 rebounds. And then for College of the Redwoods, credited them with 6 turnovers, and they had 12 rebounds as a team, and the Corsairs were led in rebounding by Matt Lipsky with 4, and then Travis Tollner with 3, and David Norton with 3 also.
So in the first half, the Corsairs were unofficially 8 for 14 at the free throw line, and meanwhile, Butte, they ended up in the first half. Butte had their struggles at the free throw line. They were only 5 for 12, and they missed some big free throws down the stretch.
Both teams not really doing that well.
Butte shooting 42%. They were 5 for 12, 42%. College of the Redwoods 8 for 14 in the first half, shooting 57%. Kind of a slow-paced first half of basketball, more of a half-court type of game. But your thoughts on what we saw from the 2 teams in the first half?
I think College of Redwoods likes this pace. They like to set it up a little bit more, get a little bit deeper into the shot clock each possession, and they're doing a good job rebounding and just kind of fighting off Butte, because Butte is attacking. And for Butte, you know, they like to get up and down the court a little bit more, score a few points, but they're just not getting the shots they want, because I think they're a little bit intimidated to go inside with Lipsky at 6'9" in there. And overall, CR's defense is playing very well.
Didn't know what to expect from CR, especially coming off a 2-week layoff, as far as whether they would be a little rusty. But their intensity level's been very good in the first half, Lou.
It has, and I'm sure Coach Mendoza's been pleased with that. He's had a couple weeks to work on things with the players, with the games that were postponed last week because of the bad weather.
2-2, 13-8, and South Fork 0-4, 8-12. In the Big Five, McKinleyville 5-0, 19-2. Eureka 4-1, 14-5. Fortuna 2-3, 16-5. Del Norte 1-4, 11-10. And Arcado had a bye last night, 0-4 and 12. Second half just underway. Got a steal by CR. Owner comes up with the steal, does a nice job of not traveling. We'll give it to Brinson. CR with the basketball after forcing turnover on the first possession of the second half. Tollner's open to three. It's well off the mark. Norton with the offensive rebound gives it to Tollner. He can't finish. Rebound Butte. Now we've got a whistle and a jump ball call, and it will be CR ball because Butte had the ball at the start of the second half.
Job by CR coming out of the halftime. Steal right away, and they attack the basket.
So Brinson inbounds the ball to Norton. Has it knocked away, and it's stolen by Holmes, who's going to be fouled in the backcourt. All college basketball action from last night. Women's basketball was Humboldt State outlasting Cal State Dominguez Hills 74-69. And with the men, it was the Lumberjacks beating Dominguez Hills 69-65. Doubleheader tonight down in Southern California. Humboldt State playing Cal State Los Angeles. Butte with the ball at the other end. Jump hook is no good by Stidham, and the rebound's grabbed by CR. Just under 19 minutes remaining in the second half. Inside to Lipsky, working on Stidham. To Tollner, he's wide open for a three that's off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Norton. Norton bounce pass to Lipsky, to Tollner. Tollner now will go baseline, gives it to Lipsky. He's open, 10-footer good.
Nice touch from about 12 feet by Lipsky. Sub coming into the game.
Lipsky now with 9. Looks like Howard might have been shaken up on the play. Now we're going over to the training table, being attended to. Corsairs with their biggest lead of the game. They're up by 9, 33-24, with 18 and a half minutes left in the second half. They get it inside to Moore. He loses the handle, but then picked up by Troji. Holmes working on Tollner. Nice crossover move, lays it up and in.
You called that one. That was an excellent crossover. That was an ankle breaker there.
So Holmes with his second basket. He has 4. 33-26. Norton to Tollner. Inside to Branson. He's wide open, and he'll lay it up and in.
Nice bounce pass from Lipsky at the high post to Jeremiah down low.
Branson now with 8. Holmes to Troji. He's going to put up a three-pointer that's no good. Tipped up. Ball does not go in. Ball goes out of bounds, and it was going to be last touch by Stidham. So it will be CR basketball.
Big game for both teams here. Each team has a loss in league.
Both teams with their league loss to Shasta. Both teams actually losing at home to Shasta. Backdoor lob, and this time it's going in. Now we're going to have a discussion. They're going to wave that thing off because what Tollner did, it's going to be offensive goaltending. They're going to wave the basket off because it was a lob from Branson, but Tollner grabbed the rim. The ball ended up going through the cylinder, but they're going to wave the basket off.
Turnover against CR on that possession.
35-26. Troji gives it to Stidham. Baseline jumper by Carter, no good. Offensive rebound, Stidham, and he'll lay it up and in.
Stidham's doing a nice job in that post for Butte. He's outsized a little bit, but he's getting in there.
So we're back to where we started at the start of the second half. Corsairs led by 7 at halftime, 31-24. They have a 7-point lead now, 35-28. Branson to Norton. Looks backdoor for Tollner. Norton now gives it to Brinson, being pressured by Carter. Butte playing man-to-man defense. Brinson's going to drive to the basket and lay it up and in. So Brinson with the runner, able to kiss it in off the window, giving CR a 9-point lead, 37-28. Troji down low. He's going to lob it on top to Moore. CR playing very good man-to-man defense. Tollner now loses his footing. They give it to Stidham. He's open. His shot partially blocked. Offensive rebound, Moore, and he is fouled. (37-28) our score. Corsairs now going to their bench. Lipsky, Branson, and Tolner check out. Osofsky, Jackson, and Carpenter check in. Troji looking inside, gives it to Holmes. Holmes double team to Stidham, now to Moore, now to Carter. On the left wing with the ball, that's Moore. He's looking inside for Stidham. Gets it to Stidham, tries to back in on Jackson. His jump hook off the front iron, no good. Rebound Osofsky. Carpenter now up the floor. Going to give it to Norton on the right wing. He's going to try to go baseline, and we've got a whistle and block, and it's going to be against Troji.
Redwoods really doing a good job at the defensive end of the court, just making it hard for Butte to get into any kind of rhythm offensively, and that way, it helps CR maintain this lead that they have.
And it seems like a lot bigger lead just because of the pace of the game. They lead by 9. They're going to get it inside to Jackson, double team to Osofsky. He's wide open, and he'll hit the 10-footer.
Once again, points off the bench. Sam Osofsky comes in, and he starts putting the ball in the basket.
And Butte wants to take a timeout. So veteran head coach Russ Critchfield, who's in his 12th season as the head coach, graduated from Cal in 1968, graduated from Salinas High School in 1964, and spent a lot of time as a Division I assistant, and he is very well respected as a basketball coach, and you can see that literally he is going back to the drawing board right now.
I believe it.
Like you said, they're really out of sync offensively.
They are. I'd like to also remind people that the next 2 weekends, Humboldt State's going to be at home. So if you want to see that Humboldt State basketball team on a Thursday, Saturday for the next 2 weeks, they're going to be at home with some good quality opponents coming in. And Humboldt is just in second place, 1 game out of first. So very important games down the stretch. Come on out and support the Lumberjacks.
Doubleheader on Thursday. San Francisco State will be in town. And San Francisco State, of course, with a couple of former Eureka Loggers on their team, Tim Pratt and Josh Ash.
And they just got a win against number 1 in the conference, Cal State San Bernardino. So that, their quality team, that San Francisco team is.
And they picked up a win last night over Stanislaus State. So San Francisco State in town for a doubleheader on Thursday, 5:30 and 7:30, and then a week from today, the nationally televised game up at Humboldt State on the College Sports Network, as the Lumberjacks will be hosting Cal State Monterey. The men's game will be at 2:30 to be followed by the women's game. We'll be right here for a College of the Redwoods doubleheader with Lassen. So a lot of college basketball on TV next Saturday. Corsairs come up with the steal. Carpenter can't finish. Wild scramble for the rebound, goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by Butte. So Brinson will check out. Osofsky checks in. 39-28. Now Humboldt State will start that 4-game homestand on Thursday when San Francisco State's in town. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it was last touched by Carpenter. So a bad turnover for the Corsairs. Holmes now will walk it up the floor. He's going to give it to Moore. Butte with the ball. It's Carpenter. Carter with the ball. He's going to give it to Troji. Now to Moore. Corsairs playing man-to-man defense to Holmes. Shot clock at 10. There's Carter. He's open for a 3. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds. And it will be CR ball. CR right now is going with Carpenter, Norton, Branson, Jackson, and Osofsky. Corsairs have the ball and an 11-point lead, 39-28, with 14 and a half minutes remaining in the second half. Carpenter to Osofsky for a 3. It's off the front iron, no good. Rebound grabbed by Butte. Troji does a good job of saving it to Holmes, who loses the handle. Pull up 6-footer, partially blocked. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will still ball on the Butte.
But
go ahead, Lou.
Once again, CR just manning up on defense. Butte is not getting any easy baskets whatsoever. They're fighting and scrapping for everything they can get.
Butte right now is going with Atkins, Wooten, Newport, Carter, as the jumper by Carter is no good, ball goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by CR. So right now they have Holmes and Carter along with Newport, Atkins, and Wooten on the floor. 39-28. Newport's going to inbound the ball. Gets the ball inbounds to Carter. Carter being pressured by Branson. And now we're going to have a whistle and a timeout. Butte wants to take a timeout. It's going to be just a 30-second timeout. But a big story today, the job that CR is doing on Carter, who averages nearly 16 points a game. It's been Branson, it's been Carpenter. They've been throwing a lot of different guys at Carter, and he's been able to get very few good looks.
More than the offense for CR, it's been their play of the defense, just not letting Butte get into any kind of rhythm, any kind of flow offensively, and that's keeping CR out in front in this game.
Corsairs coming into the game, averaging 66.2 points per game, allowing 60.5 points per game. Butte, a team that's not really a high-scoring team, they average only 57.9 points per game, and they give up 60.1 points per game. Butte 2-1 in the Golden Valley Conference, 10-10 overall. Corsairs 1-1 in conference play, 11-7 overall. That's Newport on the left wing, pressured by Osofsky. Now on top, they give it to Holmes. Drives on Carpenter, inside to Atkins, works on Lipsky, and Lipsky will we call for the foul. Lipsky leaving his feet, fouling Atkins. Second on Lipsky, third team foul. Newport will inbound, gets it to Atkins, and Atkins gets called for traveling. Osofsky checks out, Tolner checks back in. 39-28, 13:49 left in the second half. Corsairs have the ball and an 11-point lead. That's Branson on top. To Carpenter on the right wing. Now to Tolner. Tolner's open, he gets a good look from three-point land. It's in and out, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Moore. Outlet to Holmes. Now to Newport. To Moore to Holmes. Holmes working on Jackson. Drives on Lipsky, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Foul before the shot. Jackson picking up the foul. That is his third. Newport will inbound. He's going to lob it on top to Holmes. Almost throw it away. Loose ball picked up by Moore. To Holmes on the left wing. Holmes working on Carpenter. Carpenter does a nice job staying with him. Holmes puts up the shot. It's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to belong to CR. But Carpenter doing a nice job putting a hand in Holmes' face.
Quick feet, staying in front of the ball.
$39-28. Carpenter will walk it up the floor for the Corsairs. Corsairs with Carpenter, Brinson, Tolner, Lipsky, and Branson. They have the ball in an 11-point advantage. Brinson now will go baseline, reverse lay-in, no good. Rebound, Carter. Carter quickly pushes it the other way. Carpenter does a nice job staying with him. To Newport on top for a three that is no good. Rebound, Branson. So Branson grabs the rebound. And with 12:25 left in the second half, CR has the ball and an 11-point advantage. Toner looks inside to Lipsky and throws it away.
Just a bad pass trying to feed the post that time. Lipsky didn't have a chance to go after that one.
Howard, who was shaken up earlier this half, is going to check back in. Moore's going to check out. If you are just joining us in the first game of the doubleheader, it was Butte beating CR, and we're going to have a whistle and a block and it's going to be against CR as Howard driving to the basket. So Howard will go to the free throw line. In the first game of our doubleheader, it was Butte College beating College of the Redwoods in a women's Golden Valley Conference game, 80-64. Howard will shoot 2.
First free throw by Howard is good. Comes in shooting it at just 33%. 5 for 15. Lipsky comes out of the game. Norton in the game. Howard going to get a second free throw here. It's on its way, and it's good. CR leads by 9, 39-30.
Butte has scored only, even after those 2 free throws, they have scored only 6 points in the first 8+ minutes of the second half. It's a real compliment to the College of the Redwoods defense. Brinson picks up his dribble, gives it to Branson in the right corner. Branson double team, kicks it back to Brinson. He's open for a 3 that's good.
Couple 3-pointers by Brinson. Just his first, excuse me.
And the Corsairs have a 12-point lead, 42-30, with 11:35 left in the second half. Holmes to Carter. Carter working on Branson. Tries to go around and pick down to Holmes. He gets a decent look from 3-point land, but he can't get it to go. Rebound Branson. Brinson's going to get it across the timeline to Norton on the right wing. To Carpenter. Now to Tolner. Now back to Carpenter. Down low to Branson. Trying to work on Atkins. Spins on him. And before the shot, he's going to be able to draw the foul.
Just the second team foul on Butte here in the second half.
And that is number 4 on Atkins.
Takes 7 team fouls to get to the free throw line.
So Atkins will sit out. Stidham's going to check back in. Carpenter will inbound to the left of the CR basket. Gets it inside to Brinson, who can't make the lay-in, and the rebound's grabbed by Butte. Newport, 1-on-3 break, gets away at the treble, can't get it to go, tipped in by Howard, but it's going to be offensive goaltending. So they're going to wave it off. So both teams now have had a basket waved off. (42-30). 10:45 left in the second half. Corsairs have a 12-point lead in basketball. Branson penetrates down to Brinson. He'll try it again from 3-point land. This one no good. Toner keeps the rebound alive. Grabbed by Brinson. Down to Toner. He'll shoot a 3-pointer that's good.
Extra possession with some hustle around the boards.
Toner with his first basket of the game. CR with their 6th 3-pointer. Butte wants to take a timeout. It's a full timeout with 10:23 left in the second half, and the Corsairs have opened up a 15-point lead, their biggest lead of the game, and they've really kind of taken control of this game.
They have, and they've been doing it with good defense, making it hard for Butte to get into any flow offensively, and then they're hustling, they're scrapping, and they're getting the shots they want, and they're knocking them down when they get them.
After leading by 7 at halftime, 31-24, they have outscored Butte in the second half, 14-6, to open up a 15-point lead.
So, Tag, there's another big game happening this next weekend. What do you think about
the Pro Bowl?
This next
weekend?
weekend?
The Pro Bowl. We're AFC guys.
I'm an AFC guy. That's true. But how about the Super Bowl? Who do you like in the Super Bowl?
We have to stay tuned to next Saturday. No, I like Indianapolis by 10. I like the Colts.
Indy by 10?
Yes.
You know, you certainly like the story of New Orleans and what they've been through, the city, the region, and the team. Team having their best season ever, first time ever in the Super Bowl. But I think that Peyton Manning, just his ability to get his team in the right plays at the line of scrimmage, I think that the Colts will have too much for the Saints.
New York Jets had them on the ropes for a while last Sunday in the AFC Championship game. They were down by 11, 17-6, only to see the Colts score 24 unanswered points to win 30-17. But I think it's a very intriguing matchup. Nice play by Carpenter. He comes up with the steal, dribble drive the basket, rejected by Howard. Rebound grabbed by Newport. Well, that's Carter off balance shot, no good. We're going to have a whistle and a foul. It's going to be a block against Branson. So a couple of very athletic plays that we had a chance to just
I wasn't
watch.
sure Carpenter was going to be able to get to the rim on that slam, but he took off quite a ways away, and he tried it. Butte, they're up to the challenge. They fought him at the rim. No call, goes the other way, and Carter's going to go to the free throw line.
And Howard, who is very long and athletic, just patted Carpenter on the head as he walked by, because that was a great block by Howard.
Got to come out and watch this junior college basketball. It's very athletic. They get up and down the court. You can see some dunks. You can see all kinds of things here as Carter hits that first free throw. 10:05 to go here in the second half. Redwoods up by 14.
Now, do you like the Colts or the Saints next Sunday?
I like the Colts.
You do?
Colts have been there. They've done this. In Saints, not too many guys, even on the roster, have ever been to the Super Bowl.
Second free throw is no good, and the rebound is going to be grabbed by College of the Redwoods. Norton up the floor to Tolner. He's open. He'll shoot a three, and it's good.
That's his specialty. He's a long-range shooter.
Tolner, who averages 9.2 points per game, did not score in the first half, has 2 3-pointers in the second half. He's got 6 in the game. 48-31, pass inside, it's going to be broken up, it's going to be stolen by CR. So another turnover by Butte. Tolner's going to give it up to Brinson on the left wing. Corsairs now will take their time on this possession. They have the ball on a 17-point lead, 48-31. Branson steps in on Wooten. Gives it to Tolner. He's open for another three. That's off the front iron. No good. Rebound, Holmes. Holmes being double-teamed and pressured in the backcourt will get it across the timeline. He's going to drive the basket. Nice pass inside to Moore. Moore can't finish. Gets his own rebound and then throws it away as it's stolen by Norton. To Carpenter. Up the floor to Brinson. Dribble drive the basket. He lays it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Moore. To Holmes. Holmes will drive to the basket, gives it to Wooten. Now to Carter, he'll shoot a 3-pointer over Brinson that's in and out, no good. He can't buy a basket. He has only 1 field goal today. Holmes now will drive on Branson. He'll lay it up and in and draw the foul.
Looks like College Redwoods wants to get a timeout here. Coach Mendoza.
Corsairs are going to take a full timeout. We'll keep it right here. 8:33 left in the second half. College of the Redwoods, 48.
Jamie Henry giving Coach 33. Mendoza a warning. I've heard enough from you, Coach.
So a full timeout, 48-33.
Surprised because the official, Henry, there blew his whistle. Usually when they blow the whistle, they're going to give him a technical, but he just said, I've heard enough. That's it, Coach.
Good opportunity for us to congratulate Eureka High senior Soma Vanuku for being honored and being named to the Cal High Sports All-State First Team and running back. Vanuku rushing for over 2,200 yards and scoring 38 touchdowns. So congratulations to Soma. Soma actually, as we speak, down in Southern California, making an official visit to USC. USC liked him early. They got off him a little bit. Now they're back on him, especially with Pete Carroll leaving and going to the Seattle Seahawks. And then Lane Kiffin coming in and replacing Pete Carroll. But Soma, who's already made an official visit to Arizona State, is down in Southern California right now on a visit to USC.
In that run he made in the playoffs, I think he gained over 1,000 yards in the 4 playoff games. He was a beast.
And on Wednesday, February 3rd, that will be National Signing Day. So we'll find out what happens on Wednesday as far as where Vanuku decides he wants to play his college football. I know that Oregon State has expressed an interest, along with San Diego State, Hawaii, a lot of different schools as Holmes goes to the line and finish off the 3-point play. 48-34. Holmes now with 7. Branson's going to give it up to Osofsky for a 3 that's off the back iron, no good. Rebounds could end up going out of bounds, and it was last touched by Wooten. Wooten pushing Norton. And none of the three officials saw that as the ball went out of bounds.
Wooten kicked the ball down to the other end of the floor. I didn't see the push myself.
And then as he was running after it, he pushed Norton in the back. 48-34 will be CR basketball with 8:19 left in the second half. Corsairs right now with Brinson, Branson, Norton, Lipsky, and Osofsky. Norton on top, being pressured, gives it to Brinson. Butte now turning up the pressure a little bit defensively, but they're down by 14 at the 8-minute mark. They trail 48-34. Lipsky inside, backing in on Moore. Goes up, his shot partially blocked. That's actually Stidham. Can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, goes up and draws the foul.
Lipsky stayed with that when he got his first shot blocked, got the rebound, stayed with it, put a little move on, and he's going to get to the free throw line as Matt Lipsky. Comes in shooting at just 56%. 44 for 78. First one is good.
Lipsky now in double figures with 10.
Chris Jackson checks into the lineup for College of the Redwoods. Lipsky to shoot a second free throw. No good.
Rebound grab by Stidham. Lipsky now 4 for 8 at the free throw line. 49-34. Holmes drives on Lipsky. Can't get it to go, but he's going to draw the foul. Holmes pretty good as far as creating opportunities. Does a really nice job off the dribble.
He's quick. He does the little hesitation move, goes right by you, or he can pull up and hit the jumper. Holmes to shoot 2. First one is good. Comes in shooting it at 69%.
Was 0 for 4 at the line in the first half, but he's made 2 in a row.
Second free throw on its way, no good. Long. Lipsky with the rebound.
Lipsky with the rebound, outlet to Brinson. 7:35 left in the second half. Brinson gives it to Jackson for a 3 that's good.
In rhythm, Jackson, another guy off the bench contributing in the score column.
CR unofficially now with 8 3-point field goals. 52-35. Wooten on top. Corsairs continue to play man-to-man defense. Wooten tries to dribble through the defense, gives it to Carter. His three-pointer no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by Butte. It will be CR ball. CR going with Brinson. We've got some moisture on the floor. Norton's going to check out. X checks back in Carpenter. Brinson and Carpenter in the backcourt. Up front, Osofsky, Jackson, and Lipsky. Carpenter to Jackson. Now to Brinson. Brinson will get it across the timeline, almost stolen by Carter. 52-35, 6:50 left in the second half. And now we're going to have a push on the baseline. So Carter picking up the foul.
Just the 4th team foul against Butte.
Carter with his second. They get it inside to Jackson. Jackson's going to drive to the basket. He can't get it to go, but he draws the foul. Wooten is called for the foul.
6:42 to go here. CR opening up a 17-point lead. Jackson going to the free throw line. 9 for 12 on the season, 75%. In the act of shooting, gets 2 shots. First free throw on the way. Long, no good.
Corsairs are going to return to action on Wednesday, travel over to the Reading area to play Shasta College at a Golden Valley Conference doubleheader. The women's game at 5:30, the men's game at 7:30.
Second free throw is long, no good. Rebound to Carpenter.
Carpenter gets the offensive rebound to Lipsky, who wheels to the basket. He lays it up, can't get it to go. Ball loose, picked up by Holmes. Holmes to Wooten. Wooten will pull up. He's going to shoot a three-pointer and hit it. Now they're going to say just a 2.
I believe they just gave him 2 on that one.
Yep, 52-37. You've got the 2 lines there as they've extended the three-point line, and I think he had his foot on the yellow line. They get it inside to Lipsky, who's wide open. He will lay it up and in and draw the foul. So count the basket.
At that point, you just probably ought to give the basket up because Lipsky's not going to miss that one.
Howard's going to check back in. Nathaniel Bradshaw will check in. Moore checks out, so does Stidham, as Lipsky will go to the line and try to complete the three-point play.
Lipsky's free throw is long. Rebound to Bradshaw.
So Bradshaw with the rebound, outlet to Holmes. Now we're going to have a whistle and a foul right in front of the scorer's table. Neil Tarpey here covering the game for the Time Standard. So if you want to read about today's men's basketball game between Butte and Redwoods, pick up a copy of tomorrow's Time Standard. Ray Asperia, the sports editor for the Time Standard, covering the women's basketball game. Butte's taking a timeout here. We're going to keep it right here, just a 30-second timeout with 6:04 remaining in the second half. The Corsairs lead the Roadrunners 54-37. So Ray covering the women's game, Neil covering the men's game. All-star crew down there at the scorer's table, led by the Hall of Famer Ken Steele, operating the clock. You've got Eureka High School head baseball coach Eric Giacone taking care of the official book. And then you have Mitchell Hash, who will be playing some college football next year up in Humboldt State. Trevor, excuse me. Not the first time I've confused the Hash brothers. You've got Josh, Trevor, and then Mitchell, who's a sophomore at Eureka High School. So Trevor, who redshirted this year at Humboldt State. Now they're keeping the shot clock as Holmes will go to the line.
Nice to see Coach Smith at the women's game last night. He has a daughter that plays at McKinleyville High School. First free throw is good.
I know that Coach Smith, very excited, had a chance to visit with Silas Sarvinsky, one of the best high school football players in our area, and Silas has decided that he is going to play his college football at Humboldt State.
Joined his brother Casey, who's up there. Second free throw is also good.
So Holmes makes both free throws. Holmes now in double figures with 10. Almost a steal by Butte. Jackson's going to lose the ball as it goes out of bounds. So Butte trying to rally. They're down by 15 with 5:56 left. Bradshaw's going to inbound the ball to Carter. Carter on top, working on Branson. Will drive to the basket. His off-balance runner, no good. Offensive rebound, Howard, and he's going to draw the foul. So Howard will go to the free throw line. Josh Holbrook helping out head coach Russ Critchfield at Butte. Officials now talking things over. That might have been the fifth on Jackson.
On the board it's listed as 1, but...
So Rich Mendoza taking full advantage of the situation without having to use a timeout because he has, I believe, 30 seconds, either 20 or 30 seconds to replace Jackson. So what he is now doing is he is talking things over with his players. And meanwhile, Alan Mendes having a discussion with Josh Holbrook, who's the assistant coach for Butte.
And in that situation for Coach Mendoza, had he sent his player in, the timeout would be over.
Right.
You know, you just continue playing, but seeing as he didn't get his guy to the scorer's table, you get to use that whole 30 seconds.
So Jackson fouls out with 8. He fouls out with 5:45 left as Howard will go to the line.
First free throw is no good by Howard.
Howard now 2 for 4 at the free throw line. as he continues to struggle this season.
Second free throw is on its way, and it's no good. Rebound to
Holmes with the offensive rebound. He'll drive to the basket, and his runner is good.
So you get back in the game on defense.
Holmes with 10 points in the second half, 12 in the game, and a steal by Butte. Holmes drives on Branson, lays it up and in. And all of a sudden, Butte's within 11. And CR is going to take a timeout. So CR will call a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Dom Brinson will check back in for Redwoods. 5:23 left in the second half. College of the Redwoods 54, Butte College 43, and Butte making a run down the stretch.
And I believe that their defense, their pressure, full court has kind of spurred this run. They've got College of the Redwoods to turn the ball over a couple times, and Butte's cashing that in for points.
Back to football for a second. I think it's great for Humboldt State and their football program that they're able to get someone who's an outstanding student athlete in Silas Sarvinsky. Silas now staying home and playing his college football, and like you said, joining his older brother Casey up at Humboldt State. That's a win-win situation. It's great for Humboldt State, and it's great for the Sarvinsky family.
Good for the locals.
Brinson now being double-teamed, almost travels, but instead we're going to have a whistle and a foul against Butte.
It's going to be a 1-1.
Critchfield wanted the travel, and Brinson will go to the free throw line. Foul is on Holmes, his first, 7th team foul.
It is going to be a bonus situation, 1-1. First one is money. Comes in shooting it at 77%.
And he is a perfect 3 for 3 this afternoon.
Earns the bonus. Dom Brinson at the line for College of the Redwoods. Second free throw is also good.
Brinson now with 7 points in the second half, 11 in the game. And CR almost comes up with the steal as Osofsky's called for the foul.
CR applying a little pressure themselves.
So Butte will go back to the free throw line. Going to be a double bonus situation for Carter.
10 team fouls on College of Redwoods. Get to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw by Carter is good.
Carter now with 6 points.
Well below his average. CR's done a good job defending him, and he hasn't been shooting it well. Second free throw long, no good. Norton with the rebound.
Carter with only 1 field goal today. He is 4 for 7 at the free throw line. Brinson being pressured. We'll give it to Carpenter. To Osofsky in the right corner. On top to Carpenter. Inside to a wide open Lipsky, who will lay it up and in.
That was a good look by Carpenter. No look pass.
Lipsky now with 14, and the Corsairs lead by 14, 58-44. Holmes with a pretty spin move will lay it up and in. Holmes 14 in the second half. Lipsky loses the handle, ball loose on the floor, grabbed by Brinson, and he's going to get a timeout.
Second time in the second half that Brinson's done that.
58-46, still a lot of time left. 4:29 left in the second half. CR calling that timeout. Going to be just a 30-second timeout.
Each team tag is going to have 2 timeouts left down the stretch.
So head coach Rich Mendoza in his second season at the helm, talking things over with his players. Coach Mendoza graduated from Long Beach State in 2002. Coaching staff consisting of former player and current assistant coach Spencer Tillis, along with Antoine Johnson. Coach Mendoza will be joining us on the postgame show. (58-46). CR basketball. Brinson will inbound. across from the CR bench. Gets it to Norton. Now back to Brinson. CR trying to take some time off the shot clock. It's down to 20. Now to Lipsky. To Osofsky. He's open for a long distance three that's no good. Offensive rebound is grabbed by Norton. He has it stripped away, and it's stolen by Wooten. Quickly up the floor to Howard, and Howard's going to be fouled by Brinson. A hard foul by Brinson. Howard tried to lay it up and in, and he's going to go back to the free throw line.
Hard fouls are okay if they're in the flow of the game. You don't want to give him a chance to get the ball up on the glass, try the three-point play, make sure he doesn't get that off, and that's what Brinson did. Howard to the free throw line.
Howard just 2 for 5 at the line today.
Misses the first one. When you're trying to catch up, you need these points. You need to make your free throws, and right now Butte is not doing that.
And both teams have kind of had their struggles at the line today.
Second free throw short. Norton with the rebound.
So Howard now has missed 4 free throws in a row. And a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. It's going to be against Carter.
Some frustration there. No need for a foul in that situation.
Butte was only 5 for 12 at the charity stripe in the first half. CR not that much better. They were 8 for 14. Branson's going to check in. Lipsky's going to check out. The Corsairs right now with Norton, Tollner, Brinson, Branson, and Carpenter.
1-1. CR should occupy a lane spot over there, but they don't do it. First free throw, no good. Rebound to Howard.
So Norton misses the front end. That's Carter. Drive it on Brinson. Branson lay it up and in. So Carter with the basket. He has 8. 58-48. 10-point game. Down low to Norton. He loses the handle. Picked up by Tollner. Now on top to Carpenter. Back to Tollner for a big three-pointer that is no good. Offensive rebound Norton. His shot rejected and knocked out of bounds by Wooten.
Norton's been doing a good job down the stretch getting the rebounds. Wanted a foul, maybe a trip to the free throw line there, but officials don't agree.
Threes are wild. 3:33 left in the second half. CR leads by 10. Inside to Norton in traffic. He puts it up and he draws the foul.
Both coaches doing a little bit of complaining. They think that this one's getting a little rough.
So Norton will shoot 2.
Going to shoot 2. It's the double bonus. Norton comes in 11 for 25, 44%. First free throw is good.
So Atkins will check back in with 4 fouls. Howard's going to check out.
Just Norton's first point of the game to go with about 10 rebounds, so he's been doing good work. Second free throw on its way, no good, long. Carpenter tips it to Brimson.
Carpenter doing a great job. You're exactly right. Keeping the ball alive and tipping it to Brinson. So the Corsairs get a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Brinson. High post to Branson. Dribble drive the basket. His runner no good, but he gets his own rebound. Branson then has his shot blocked. Ball is loose on the floor. Grabbed by Branson, now by Wooten, who will save it to Holmes. Here come the Road Runners. Holmes being pressured by Brinson, and they're finally going to call a foul on Brinson. That's Russ Critchfield. Very unhappy that it took the officials so long to call a foul because there was a lot of contact as Holmes was pushing the ball down the floor.
College of the Redwoods has to be careful. This is not in the win column by any means with 3:01 to go. Just an 11-point game with Holmes here going to the free throw line, makes the first one. Just a 10-point game. Rex Holmes with the second free throw short. Carpenter with the rebound.
Good rebound by Carpenter. Kind of an offense-defense substitution now. Howard checking in for Atkins, who checks out with 4 fouls. Pass is going to be deflected, stolen by Butte. 4-on-1 break. Up the floor to Carter. He drives the basket. Can't get it to go. Rebound Moore. Now stolen by Carpenter. Is going to be fouled by Holmes. And now we've got a technical foul. So it appears that Butte has picked up a technical foul. I think it's going to be on head coach Russ Critchfield. Kind of a combination of things. I think he's frustrated with the play of his team, and he's also kind of frustrated with the fact that they really haven't gotten a lot of calls of late.
I'd agree with that assessment. His team hasn't been playing very well, and he is frustrated. Looks like Carpenter is going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2 because he was fouled with the ball. And there's going to be 2 more free throws on the technical.
So they'll shoot the foul shots first. And then if Coach Mendoza wants to make a change, he can replace Carpenter at the free throw line. Jamie Henry, Wallen Treherne, and Alan Mendes.
The foul on the play was on Wooten, and then the technical was on the coach.
Coach Critchfield wants his guys over talking with him. Coach Critchfield tried to help Wallen Treherne out.
They're trying to get it straightened on who the first foul was called on. I don't think they got that straight yet.
And we also heard that it might be an intentional foul. Jackie Christensen doing the public address announcing.
Coach Critchfield
Officials
not
now
happy.
Seem to be a little bit lost as the Butte coaching staff trying to restore law and order with the Butte players, because you can tell they're not happy with what's going on, as Coach Critchfield now has a discussion with Jamie Henry.
Because if it's on Wooten, that's 5 fouls on him. But now the scoreboard says it's on Holmes.
Coach Mendoza drinking a cup of water. He's kind of wandering around trying to figure out what's going on. And now it looks like it's going to be Norton who's at the free throw line.
First free throw by Norton is no good. Definitely a mix-up. I think Carpenter just tried to step up there to get maybe a better free throw shooter at the free throw line. Second free throw is good. Stretches the lead out to 11 for College of Redwoods. 2:41 to go.
Now I think they're going to shoot the technical is what's going to happen, and that's why Carpenter will go to the line.
Maybe the technical was shot first because now this is in play.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And in college, it's just continuous action. You don't get the ball out of bounds like you do in high school.
And it's the opposite in high school, because I think they shoot the technicals. I think they shoot the foul shots first.
Right, because this now is the continuing action.
Right. But Carpenter will be shooting too.
Carpenter makes the first one. So they're 2 for 3 in this little stint at the free throw line right now at College of the Redwoods. Tom Brimson checks in back into the game for Jeremiah Branson. Carpenter's second free throw on the way, no good. Holmes the rebound.
So Holmes grabs the rebound. 61-49. CR has a 12-point lead. Holmes almost loses the handle. Loose ball picked up by Wooten, who gives it to Holmes, who looks inside for Moore, who draws the foul. The foul on CR will send Butte to the line with 2:26 left in the second half. And Moore will shoot 2.
Sean Moore comes in shooting at just 50%. First free throw is good. Cuts it back to an 11-point lead for College of Redwoods.
Moore a perfect 3 for 3 at the charity stripe.
Branson checks in, and Lipsky is going to take a seat. Second free throw is on the way. It's long. Jeremiah Branson with the rebound.
Branson doing a good job grabbing the rebound. He's going to give it to Norton, not a Carpenter. 61-50. CR has the ball and an 11-point lead. Tolner to Norton. Corsairs going with Carpenter, Brinson, Branson, Norton, and Tolner. Brinson on top, pressured by Holmes. Now to Carpenter. Pull up baseline runner, good.
It's a tough shot right there from about 8-10 feet on the baseline, but he made it look easy.
Xavier Carpenter averages 8.6 points a game. Now has 6 points. The runner by Carter, no good. Loose ball picked up by Howard, and he'll lay it up and in. Howard now with 6, 63-52. Corsairs trying to protect an 11-point lead with 1:36 to go as Moore commits the foul, and that will send CR back to the free throw line.
CR making a living at the free throw line here down the stretch. To shoot 2 is Brimson. First one's good.
Nice piece of coaching by head coach Rich Mendoza, who brings his players over knowing it's a 2-shot situation to talk with them and explain some things to them while Brinson's shooting that first free throw.
Brimson second free throw. It's good. 13-point lead for Redwoods.
And Brinson now with 13 points. 65-52. Holmes inside to Atkins. He lays it up. Can't get it to go. Now we're going to have a whistle and a foul. So Branson picks up the foul. That will send Atkins to the line. By the time all's said and done, these free throw numbers are going to be mind-boggling today.
They've been shooting a lot of them. First free throw by Atkins is good. Howard waiting to check in. He must be coming in for the shooter. Second free throw is no good. In and out. Norton with the rebound.
And now we're going to have a whistle and a foul in the backcourt with 1:25 to go. Butte doing what they have to do, trying to extend the game, lengthen the game, as they are down by 12 with 1:25 left.
Put CR at the free throw line. Hope they'll miss. And then Butte will have a chance to cut into the lead, which is right now at 12 points, 1:25 to go.
Unofficially, CR shot 16 free throws in the second half, 30 in the game.
Wow, that was a brick by Norton. Got another one coming. Both teams in the bonus, the double bonus. Norton, second free throw is good.
Norton is now 3 for 6 at the free throw line. CR has a 13-point lead. Holmes on top, 17-footer off the front iron, no good. Ball tipped around, grabbed by Norton.
Norton with the rebound.
Outlet to Tolner. Now to Carpenter, who will be fouled in the backcourt with 1:13 to play.
Definitely a big game for Norton on the boards. Unofficially 13 rebounds.
Butte has shot 20 free throws in the second half and 32 in the game. So both teams have shot well over 30 free throws today. But that just kind of tells you how physical the game has been and the fact that both teams playing mostly man-to-man defense.
Xavier Carpenter at the free throw line. Around and out. No good. Continues to be a 13-point lead for Redwoods. 1:13 to go here in the ball game. Carpenter to shoot the second free throw. It's no good. Out of bounds to Butte.
Tolner almost grabbed the offensive rebound but lost the handle, so Butte's going to get the ball back. 1:12 to play. They're down by 13. Carter up the floor to Wooten, who almost travels. Wooten now will pull up and shoot a three-pointer. That is no good. And the rebound is going to be grabbed by Norton. Outlet to Brinson, who will be fouled by Atkins, who will pick up his fifth with 57.2 seconds remaining. Corsairs at Shasta on Wednesday. Doubleheader over in Reading. The women at 5:30, the men at 7:30. Back home a week from today to host Lassen, as Atkins has picked up his 5th. He fouls out with 4 points. Brinson will go to the line.
Brimson, one of the better free throw shooters, 77% coming into this game. First free throw is on the way, around and no good.
I want to thank the super fan Gary Bettini. We've got an update from Southern California with 9:23 left in the first half. It's Cal State Los Angeles leading Humboldt State in women's basketball 16-11.
Second free throw is also no good. Looks like there's going to be a foul called on the rebound against College of the Redwoods. Going to put Butte on the free throw line.
So Brinson, who had made 6 free throws in a row, misses 2. Jackie was just talking about a free throw shooting contest next week, but I really think the free throw shooting contest is taking place here in the second half of this game between Butte and CR.
And neither team really wants to win that contest, as here we're looking at Trogi with the first free throw. Trogi. Second free throw also good.
Carpenter picks up his 3rd. It's been a double bonus situation for both teams. Norton now will be grabbed by Carter with 52.6 seconds remaining.
Going to put Norton on the free throw line again. Shoots it at just 44%. 52.6 seconds to go. Redwoods by 11. And at the free throw line, David Norton. First free throw is good.
Norton, who averages 5.3 points per game, has scored all 4 of his points this afternoon from the free throw line.
Second free throw on its way, no good.
Rebound will be grabbed by Holmes. Butte quickly the other way. They're down by 12 with less than a minute remaining. Holmes will drive to the basket. He can't get it to go. Rebound Brinson, and he'll be fouled in the backcourt. Foul will be on Carter. That is his 4th. And Brinson's going to go back to the charity stripe.
This is going to be a nice win for College of Redwoods. I know there's 43.8 to go, 12-point lead. Don't want to count your chickens too early, but things play out the way it should.
Pretty close to getting that hay in the barn, partner.
That's true. Redwoods has not made it easy on themselves, but they've hung in there long enough to continue to have the lead in this game for quite a while. Brimson to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Newport checks in.
I think Butte's going to take a full timeout with 43.8 seconds left in the second half. 68-55 our score. Corsairs leading by 13. And College of the Redwoods in front as we head down the stretch. Earlier today, in the first game of our doubleheader, was Butte College beating College of the Redwoods 80-64. Butte now 3-1 in conference play, 14-6 overall. The Corsairs 0-3 and 1-14. And Butte was led by freshman Angelica Cahey, who finished with a team-high 28 points. Corsairs were paced by sophomore Shiloh Want, who scored a game-high 32 points. Want with 8 3-point field goals.
Second free throw by Brimson is good.
So Brinson now 8 for 10 at the free throw line, has 15 points. That's Wooten. He's open for a 3-ball that's good. 69-58. Brinson in the backcourt, going to be bumped by Wooten. So Brinson will go back to the line. Brinson, one of the Corsairs' best foul shooters. CR is a team shoots 67% of the line. Butte shoots only 6. as Wooten will pick up his fifth. Foul out, 7 points.
Richfield going to take the full 30 seconds. Wooten is fouled out.
Atkins.
Comes up short on the first free throw.
Special thanks to John Anderson for taking care of us today. I know 2 weeks ago we were in the same situation. Not able to get our broadcast on the air. Second free throw good by Brinson, and we want to thank John for being here and helping keep this ship afloat.
Troubleshooting throughout the broadcast, too.
Yes, 70-58. There's Troji. He'll pull up 16-footer, no good. Rebound by Carpenter. Coach Critchfield telling his team not to foul. Brinson will get it across the timeline. Shot clock turned off. CR will just hold the ball as the clock winds down. And the Corsairs on their way to picking up a 12-point win over Butte College in their first game in 2 weeks. So CR victorious. Corsairs beating Butte by a final score of 70-58. Please stay with us. Coming up next, it will be the post-game show, where we will take a look back at this game. We're going to visit with CR head coach Rich Mendoza, get his thoughts on his team's 12-point victory over Butte, and then Lou and I will kind of recap